Hello ladies and gentlemen YouTube, welcome back to another edition of my videos, and today I'm going to be showcasing the 2021 Chess.com Daily Chess Championships that are going on from today. With it being the brand new year, every year they do a Daily Chess Championships. They are 1 day time controls, no vacation, so quite fast paced for correspondence. I normally like to spend I normally do about 7-day games, to be honest with you. So I play a move every 7 days on correspondence. It may seem crazy, like why would you want to spend 7 days? It's because, like I'll be at work, I might have a quick look at the position, have a look, maybe do a little bit of analysis, and I can really take my time, really be leisurely in how I make my moves. So, Correspondence Chess, what is it all about? What does it all mean? Well, essentially, back in the day, back in the olden days, the 19th century, 20th century, players, if they wanted to play, without email or without the internet, what they would do is they would send a letter to each other with their move, they'd seal the move, and then send it to their opponent, and then they'll play a position like that. So, you'd write maybe E4, you'd send a letter to your opponent, they would write, I don't know, C5, and then they'll send it back to you. Now, the advantages of playing correspondence is essentially you have quite a lot of time, in fact, relatively unlimited time to make a move, so you can really analyze the positions properly. One of the great things that I like about playing correspondence is it allows you to use an opening book. So if you really want to practice openings, you whack open your opening book, you have a look through, because that's legal use in a correspondence game. Another thing that's also legal to do is you're allowed to open up an analysis board, so you can play out the position, you can try and analyze what is the best moves, try and predict what each of you are going to play, and I think it's really helpful, for learning, playing as much correspondence as possible, because it really allows you to think about this game, really analyze the position, really evaluate the chances in the position. So just so you've got an idea of how much I enjoy correspondence, this is my this is my stats. So I've played correspondence now, and I click on the all-time here. I've played correspondence now for nearly 8 years. So this was on Chess.com. Before this, I played on another website for at least 2 years before Chess.com kind of started becoming big. You can see here I nearly have 1,000 games that I've played of correspondence chess. I'm doing quite well. You can see I'm in the 94.8 percentile. You normally will find on correspondence chess the ratings aren't as high. Most master level players will be in the region of about maybe 2,100 plus, as opposed to maybe 2,200, 2,300 in other sort of rating time controls. But it's a really fun thing. I love playing in thematic tournaments. I've played in like King's Gambit thematic tournaments, King's Indian Defense. As I say, it's a brilliant way of practicing openings, practicing positions that you'd like to get over the board, and you can really find some homebrew analysis with correspondence chess that you won't normally get over the board. So going back to this, so here's the tournament. Essentially, as I say, you've got 1 day to make all your moves, no vacation. You're in groups of 12, and you'll notice here that in order to advance in these group of 12, you've got to be number 1. So that's it's going to be tough. It's going to be very, very tough. So without further ado, let's actually go to the games. I've got them all set up here. You can see I've got 18 hours to complete all of these games. Which, as I say, it seems like a lot of time, but bear in mind you've got a lot of games going on at once, so you've got to keep making moves, keep playing. You can't just make a random move, because it's correspondence. Your opponent's probably spent a bit of time looking at the move, analysing the position. So let's make a move. What I'm going to do in these videos as part of a diary is record myself playing all the games, and then what I'll do is probably make an edited video of each of those games at some point in the future. Okay, so we reached one of the games. This is actually from another correspondence tournament that I'm currently playing in, just to show you some of the features with correspondence that makes it different to normal play. So number one, you've obviously got the timer here. So you can see here I've got 3 days to make a move. Now, as I say, that's a lot of time. So you've got a lot of time to look at the position, analyze it. For me, being quite busy with work, I might, when I've ever got a free moment at work, maybe have a quick look at some of my positions, maybe kind of go, that looks interesting, and then I'll probably make a move maybe 2 days later or something, and really think about it. But just to show you some of the features on chess.com, you have the analysis. So if you click on analysis, you can then play a few moves. So let's say I want to have a look at playing like some sort of King's Gambit like position. I can play out a few moves. I don't know, let's say something like this, and do certain things like that. Another great feature about it is if you click on the openings thing, this will tell you if you're playing a standard opening. I can click on the master games. I can also click on my own games as well. It says here I've never played an e4, e5 move, which is not right, but on the master games I have. So with the master games you can see all the different moves that are possible. So if you're thinking, do I want to play a move like a3? Is that popular? Well, you can then see all the different openings that have arisen from that move. So let's just give an example. If I go back, so knight f3, let's say knight c6, I don't know, something like, if I go a3, let's say knight f6, I can see here that it has been played before, but black has scored particularly well, so I might not want to go into that particular line, but I might want to have a look at, let's have a look at the Raya Lopez or something, and have a look at a few positions. And maybe you want to see, is maybe your opponent plays something like knight g to e7, which is a bit of an unusual move order, and it will tell you what white's winning chances are based on the master games that have reached this position, so who's won from this position, and it's a good indicator of whether or not the line that you're going to play is particularly good. So I could play the main line here, as you can see, with c3, but I can also see here that in a few games, 72 games, which is a good sample size, I can see here that bishop to b3 has also been played a number of times. So I can have a look at a few positions from here. Maybe I want to play out some of the games just so I can have a look at some of the positions as well. So as I say, it's brilliant for learning openings. It's brilliant for practicing different things, and yeah. As I say, that's one of the great advantages of playing in correspondence type chess. So if I exit that and go out of the analysis, another thing that I can also do is obviously chat to my opponents. This will give me the info, but also in here, if I want to write some notes on the position, I might like to write, did not expect this move, or or maybe I say like move 11. I don't know, I was out of book. I was out of book lines on Explorer, maybe. One example. I could say, something along the lines of move 15. I didn't like my position, or I liked my position. Whatever I want to do, I can write it in there. It will help with future analysis potentially. So those are some of the things that I can do. I tend not to write notes on mine, but maybe I can write some notes for some of these games. Right, so let's get out of this for a moment. Let's go on to the daily chess and let's see all of our opponents. So here's our first one. This guy called Nix BG. I wonder what flag that is. That's Bulgaria. Welcome. So I'm going to play e4 in this one. Obviously the first few moves are not going to be particularly exciting. This opponent 7-4-5. I mean, hopefully this guy will play a move. I'm assuming quite a lot of the games I'm going to have a lot of timeouts, if I'm being honest with you, but we'll see. Now I want to practice a Sicilian defense. I've been looking at some of the lines in the Najdorf. Again, correspondence chess is a brilliant way of testing out really heavily theoretical positions. Not so much for things like systems and that. It doesn't really. I don't tend to score very well when I play systems with this, but certainly for heavy theoretical positions, big master game positions, it's brilliant because you've got the opening book as guidance as to what is the most popular moves, what is the move to play. So I'm going to play c5 here. Okay, my opponent's played e4, so again I'm going to lose c5 on here. And again, Another c5. I've got 906. These are very low ratings. Hopefully I can get some quick wins against these guys. So let's do c5 here. Now we've got another e4. I'm going to go c5 again. And again another. Oh, pretty much everyone's playing e4 here. Will I get any d4? Nope. I'm going to get another e4 game. Let's do that. Right, and here we have one of our first positions. We've got e4, e5. So I'm going to go for knight to f3. I normally have been playing d4 quite a lot, and then transposing into the Scotch via that move order. But I want to practice the Ruy Lopez a little bit. You know, I've actually really quite like some of the lines in it, particularly if you can get into some of the sort of Spanishy torture lines. They've got hundreds and thousands of games that are really, really interesting to look at. So we'll play knight to f3 here. It's quite funny, sometimes you get games where you follow the masters for quite some time on the correspondence, and you get a master game up and you're just following that for ages. Right, so to enter the Najdorf, we've got to go d6 here against Nick's BG. Right, and that's it for this. So that's going to be it for that first stage. As I say, my biggest competition, if I click on the daily games here, let's have a look. So I think if I click on this one here as part of the daily Chess.com Championship, so I've got Road to Master 1994. He's probably my biggest competition in this round. Everyone else seems relatively low, which is good. Just this guy, Big Nick's BG, I should say, is probably going to be the next competition. So hopefully I can get some wins against that. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, at least showing you an introduction to it. I'm going to post some more videos, some more edited editions of some of my games. So I'll see you then. Take care.